Nicki Minaj just had a major breakdown after her husband, Kenneth Petty, dumped her because of her raging substance addiction. This came after she posted a series of emotional videos of herself crying and announcing that she was getting a divorce. A lot of people already knew this marriage was going to end in disaster, but we all thought she would be the one filing for divorce, not the other way around. I mean, not only has Kenneth completely ruined her reputation with his criminal history, but he's also been caught cheating on her with a bunch of other women. And there are reports that allege that he's the one that introduced her to the substances that she's now hooked on. Prior to him coming into the picture, Nicki was an entirely different woman than she is now, and her addiction is only getting worse by the day. She can barely construct sentences, and her whole demeanor as a person has changed. On top of that, she recently lost a bunch of weight, which people believe is an effect of all the that she's allegedly been sniffing. Child, y'all better sit back for this one, cause there's a lot to unpack here. This whole mess started a few days ago when Nicki set the internet into a frenzy by hinting at her possibility of being a single woman again. She put up this cryptic tweet that said, "Yes, I'm single." Because of how vague that tweet was, a lot of people started speculating that she was really trying to tell us that she left her man, or that this is an announcement for her next single. Things got even worse when she posted a very disturbing video of herself crying her eyes out while talking about her son. But what made this post even more suspicious is that it sounded like she was reassuring herself that she's a good mother, despite what someone in her personal life is saying. This made a lot of people wonder if she and her unemployed husband had gotten into an argument about her currently being on tour and not being able to properly give her attention to her son like what she's been doing these last few years, when she was mostly laid back at home with him all the time.
And then one day, they're yelling, "Push." You're in pain. And then one day, it comes out a beautiful baby boy. To God be the glory. Congratulations to every mama out there. You're doing a great job. In case no one's told you that, you're doing a great job.
Shortly after this mental breakdown, she went on to perform on stage once again and took a moment to give a sad speech about love and how people can betray you when you give your whole heart to them.
But it requires keeping secrets, and it requires loyalty. And you should never have to question that if someone loves you.
Now, as I already said, people immediately started to speculate that this whole thing had to do with her marriage and that she was getting a divorce from Kenneth. The reason why people first thought of this is because there have been some reports in Blind Items over the years that hinted at him cheating on Nicki and even getting her hooked on drugs. These rumors first started when a Blind Item exposed Kenneth for bringing strippers to the house while she was in Trinidad to celebrate Carnival. The separation rumors only got worse when it was announced that she bought a new home for $19 million in LA. At the time, people thought that she was living there with Kenneth, but Media Takeout did some digging and found that the house that Kenneth was living in isn't the same as Nicki's new mansion. Apparently, he was staying in Nicki's first house, which is the house she initially bought for them when they got married. These rumors got fueled when Kenneth's ex-girlfriend also seemingly confirmed the rumors that Kenneth had been laying pipe while he was still with Nicki. Redbone posted a couple of cryptic messages to her IG stories around the same time that the news broke out about Kenneth cheating on Nicki, and she said, "F love, treat people how they treated you. They always come back when you got that fire." But get this, y'all, Redbone has actually been trying to tell us about her and Kenneth's affair for years years now, but nobody took her seriously. In fact, back in 2018, when Nicki announced that she was dating Kenneth, Redbone put Nicki on blast for using her fame and money to lure him into a relationship with her. She said, "I have no problem with her, but she messing with my man that was living with me. How he just wake up and chase behind a rapper? I mean, I know she famous and all, and girls chase rappers all the time, but as a man, my man, I wouldn't expect that at all." Nicki defended herself, and she said that she and Kenneth were childhood sweethearts and fell in love again when they met up. There was even a crazy theory going on at the time that Redbone was a friend of Cardi's BFF star Brim, and that Nicki stole Kenneth from Redbone as an indirect shot at Cardi. The source said, "Noel happens to be friends with Cardi and good friends with Cardi's BFF star Brim." Some people are speculating that Nicki just stole Noel's man as some type of indirect shot at Cardi. Anyways, Redbone has since moved on with her life, and she left Kenneth and his trifling behind for Nicki, and it looks like Nicki is already regretting ever giving him a chance, because word on the street is she is not the one ending the marriage, and it's actually him who wants a divorce. Apparently, Nicki is now a raging substance addict, and this has been affecting their marriage a lot. In fact, she recently got arrested in Amsterdam after the feds caught her transporting illegal substances into the country. It was later revealed by the Dutch police that the substance in question was just weed, but people believe that there were hard substances in there, and they just tried to cover it up by claiming it was just weed, so they didn't expose her. Around the time of her arrest, a blind item came out that said Azalea Banks had predicted that Nicki's raging addiction was going to get her arrested one of these days. The blind item read, "The flowering financial institution was correct that the drug addiction of the foreign A+ list rapper would get her arrested on this international trip. Azalea Nicki Minaj." Not only that, but just a few days ago while Nicki was in Paris for her Pink Friday 2 tour, she met up with some fans and noticed that once again, she was high on a load of different substances. She could barely get her words out and just kept pointing at the wrong people. She was extremely out of it, and at one point, she noticed she was embarrassing herself and abruptly went back to the car.
No.
What? Barbie Dangerous.
Bobby Dangerous.
No, you. Finish the line. What's the name of my last album?
Pinky.
Not you. Him. Okay, good night.
This whole situation is a hot mess, and if the rumors about the divorce are true, then I hope Nicki signed a prenup before getting married to that man, because we all know he ain't have a dime to his name when she got with him, but she has millions to hers, which means that without a prenup, he could possibly get half of everything she owns. As usual, people have their own thoughts about this, like this person who said, "So getting dumped by the same SA offender you've been defending all these years, and he just landed you in multiple lawsuits. What goes around comes back around, honestly." Another person said, "She carrying that man's weight, and over time, it can take a toll on you. He always looking mean, knowing he didn't have no motion about him. Nicki need a mature man." But now I want to know your thoughts. What do y'all think about Nicki getting dumped by her husband? And do y'all think her addiction has something to do with this alleged divorce? Y'all been knew what to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.